This is the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast with Stacey and Curtis.
On All Hallows Eve.
On All Hallows Eve. I like your
Devil's Night.
Is it a jersey shirt?
Yeah, it's a jert.
A jert.
You like my jert?
A yurt? No, that's a different thing.
I don't know.
What is going
A what?
On? A yurt.
What's a yurt?
Like a camping thing. But is it round?
This is the first time I've ever heard this word.
Curtis
a yurt.
Anderson.
A yurt.
A portable round dwelling traditionally used by nomadic peoples in Central Asia. Now you know.
Yeah, see, I don't hang out with a lot of nomadic people from Central Asia, Stacey. I'm not as cultured as you.
I don't either, but I have the internet.
We need to get going because a Sven is waiting for you outside.
Sven and Bjorn.
And Bjorn.
It sounds like a
You guys got to go look at yurts after we record today.
It's an Asian thing, Central Asia, and yet it sounds Swedish or something.
Yes.
That's bizarre.
That's why I was stumbling over my own joke. I was like, wait a minute. This is... And then I'm like, I don't want to use an Asian name.
I get you. I
don't know. I don't know how to ride this line, Stacey.
Should we just make that our segue?
Spooky things.
Into Halloween?
Things I'm afraid of getting canceled.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. That's what we're doing for episode 10 of the Out of Tune podcast. Hello, Curtis.
Hello, Stacey.
How are you today?
This is very, very formal and cold open here. I am doing fantastic.
Excellent.
Yes. How would you rate your happiness today?
I'm going to say like a 8.5.
It's very clinical.
The weather is really dragging me down.
But this is perfect Halloween weather. This is
no.
Yeah.
Come
cold
on.
and windy and rainy.
I want sunshine and lollipops for Halloween.
This is where you could see Michael Myers stalking down the street in this. He doesn't stalk in the sunshine.
I get for that, but for my 6-year-old daughter who wants to show off her whole costume,
for Belle?
This is crap. Yeah.
She's going to have to be Belle in the scene where she goes, the beast lets her go. She puts her jacket on.
Yeah.
And she goes running and then almost gets eaten by wolves. And then beast shows up and starts throwing those bitches head first
that's
into
a good show.
Starts throwing his spine first into the tree. Belle's biting her bottom lip.
Oh my God, do it again.
Oh my God, stop.
I mean, you could throw a few more.
Mr. Beast, you are giving me the vapors.
Honestly, is that the movie where they said that the beast was more attractive than the prince at the end?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's the animal thing, right? The hind legs are weird. That's kind of goofing me up. I don't like that part, but
the hind
everything
legs,
else,
you can get past it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Just wear a long cape.
Well, then he comes with a library, like a forbidden library.
With that castle.
Come on.
I mean, and then and the talking dishes. Sign me up.
And ladies, think of all your boyfriends and husbands. Has anyone ever thrown wolves spine first into trees for you? Probably not.
Never.
Would they?
I doubt
know.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe a coyote or a gopher.
Yeah.
Let's keep it relative.
I might kick a squirrel or two for my wife, but that's about it. I ain't chucking wolves.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's first year dating stuff, maybe.
On my first date. So we did obviously want to talk about Halloween.
Yes.
Because Halloween is technically today. We're talking about this the day before. It doesn't matter. The schematics.
The listeners will be hearing it for the first time on Halloween.
Exactly.
As they walk around with their giant Stanley Cups taking their kids trick-or-treating. Hopefully this is in their ear.
There you go. And so we talked last week, I think, about just Halloween in general. Of
57 minutes we did.
Yeah, that was an epic.
Yeah.
Longest one yet. And
yes.
I really thought the day we did, what was that one where I was like, oh my God, 44 minutes.
Old stores, I think.
Old stores in Saskatoon.
Which was really fun.
That is fun. There's so much
every
content.
episode is good, but that may have been our best.
Yeah, but we did talk a long time about Halloween. Mm-hmm. So today, just keeping with the holiday theme or Halloween theme, we want to talk about things that scared us as kids.
Yes, or as adults.
Or you know what? Very good point. I kind of focused on children.
Sure.
But the adult fears are real as well. We can address those. Mm-hmm. Where do you want to start?
You said you made a list, and I'm hoping you spark memories that maybe
100%. That's what happens here.
Apparently, I've repressed because 10 minutes ago when I threw this topic out,
I
very quickly realized I can't really remember any fears.
Actually.
Not really.
Okay, something will
Yes,
come up, and
but
then you
like
might start
my fears
weeping.
were like, I hope my parents don't die in a car accident while they're gone.
Well, that's real.
But that's not a fun Halloween. Like, I want to be like, oh, the vampire came to my window one night, Stacey. I was terrified.
Okay.
But
where should I start then?
You just take it away. Here's the baton. Here is the spooky Halloween baton.
Okay.
Go.
I feel like I could combine, though, like 1, 2, probably 3 fears into one part of my childhood. And when my brother was born, I was 4 years old. My parents lived in a bi-level in Pacific Heights, and there was only 2 bedrooms upstairs. So guess what? Stacy sleeps in the basement.
I don't like that already.
By myself. And in fairness, my parents were like, let's make her a brand new. And they did. They wallpapered it, got me a nice bed, and I had, the pink decor and stuff to like butter me up. I was 4.
Oh, you first children.
4 years old, sleeping in the basement. The only saving grace was that my dad, the night owl that he is, would stay awake and watch TV down in the basement. Like,
that's nice, yeah.
In the rumpus room.
Yeah.
And so that kept me company. That was like what put me to sleep and made me feel safe.
Sure.
But fear number 1, spiders. Sleeping in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't know how well built that house was, but there were so many spiders. I remember seeing one, where the baseboards meet in the corner? There was a hole there, and I happened to look down one day, and I saw a spider crawling out of the hole. Yeah. And it wasn't small. I don't know what kind they would have been, but they were not like daddy long legs or the little shrimpy ones. It was large. And got so scared, killed it. And I was okay to kill it. I was still scared of them. But then I taped the corner, put tape over the hole. I was like,
that just made him mad. Instant
solution. Who knows? Maybe. So the spiders was a huge fear. And also, the way my bedroom was situated, and I don't know why, like mom didn't always close my blinds for me. And when I laid in my bed, I faced my dresser, which had a mirror and reflected the windows behind me because the windows were above my bed.
You made a portal.
I could basically see outside from laying in bed. And all I used to picture was like eyes rising up over the edge of my window and staring at me through the window. And like I could have just closed the blinds. But for some reason I didn't. And then I was too scared to like get up out of bed that was the other thing. Things coming out from underneath my bed. That was a big fear as well. So just a lot of fears centered around that basement bedroom of mine.
I had an upstairs bedroom in the safest corner.
Nice.
In the safest corner. It was the back. It backed the backyard. Mm-hmm. And I had a bed that had drawers in it, so nothing could go under the bed.
Ooh, that's amazing. That's ideal.
Yeah, it was a cozy room.
Yeah.
I moved into the basement when I was in high school, and I had the spider problem. Mm-hmm. And I was, a little more annoyed. More, not like scared that spiders are going to like engulf me one night, but more that like I'm going to wake up and it's going to be on my forehead or something.
Well, that's scary to me. I don't want them on me. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And then one time I saw one crawling right by my light switch, and I kid you not, his body was the size of a nickel. Mm-hmm. I was
going to say spiders are scary. The less legs and the more body they have. Mm-hmm. That's the ratio.
Yeah.
If you have a spider with a tiny body and giant legs, he's the best.
Daddy long legs?
Yeah.
Any day. Every day of the week.
Those giant quarter-sized ones with the stubby legs? No, thank you. Tape that up.
No,
tape.
thank
There's
you.
not enough tape in the world.
Right? Oh, man. So, yeah, the fear of the dark was another one. I slept with the light on in the bathroom across the hallway and a radio until I was probably like a light on and a radio. I'm not going to lie, until I was 18.
You slept with a radio station? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, because I just needed the distraction. Because if not, I just remembered one. Because back in the day, I used to listen to classic country, CJWW. And that's what I just listened to, and that's what kept me company.
And that's what put you to sleep.
And that's what put me to sleep.
Okay.
But listen to this. On whatever nights it was, they would air a Crime Stoppers special.
Oh, no. Record scratch.
Like, Crime Stoppers. And then it was like the clink of the things the jail cell locking together is looking for your help in solving a string of basement break-ins. Guess who's sleeping in the basement?
Yeah.
Me. Terrified. Absolutely
He's already
terrified.
stolen 6
Children.
brunettes aged 4 to 6. He can be seen peering over the window.
Honestly, like that was my other fear, was like people breaking into my house.
Yeah.
But like as a woman, you worry about that as well, like being, attacked as a woman. And that's terrifying to me. That was a whole culmination of just like the basement dwelling. God, I have a lot of basement fears.
Yeah. Well,
Yikes.
that's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the radio was on for a very long time. And so was the light because it just gave me comfort.
My theory of why adult women love true crime documentaries so much, the stereotype that's true.
I am in that 100. I'm the poster child of that.
Because it justifies their paranoid actions.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. Because you see it spelled out episode after episode of like, yep, see, exactly.
I will roll up in the underground parking and park the furthest away between two giant vans, and my wife is just like, God, just don't even think about this, do you?
Yeah.
I'm like, think about what? What are you talking about?
Have you ever walked with your keys between your knuckles as weapons?
No.
That's another thing. Like it's a very I don't want to say persistent fear, but like it's not like when I was little. It's like all the time now, but not necessarily like my whole day.
I don't know how to tell the story without sounding pandering, but there was a time, it's like right before COVID or right after. We sold a bunch of electronics on Marketplace, and I was working. There was like track and field at the field house, and I was doing camera for it, but all these people were like, I need this today, so I threw it in my car, and then in between races I met them in the parking lot, and by the end of the day I had, like, honest to God, I had almost $2,000 in my pocket of cash.
Oh wow.
And then I had to come here and record full volume that
Right.
Thursday night, and I'm terrified. I'm like parking under a street light and like walking right in the middle of the road, and I'm talking to someone on the phone, and I'm like, this is
Because
what
you
it's
think you're
like.
going to get rolled.
This is what it's kind of like to be a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like I said, that sounds so pandering. I wasn't like, whoa, here's my come to Jesus moment. But I'm like, this is like being paranoid. Mm-hmm. That's, yeah.
And I have to say, like,
It's the front of your mind.
Yes.
The whole time.
Yeah, and like being downtown, getting to work so early in the morning, sometimes there are undesirable people out, and you're
Sure.
just like, I've ran to the doors quite a few times. Anyway, should we digress from that?
Yeah. See, but that's where my fears come in.
Yeah.
Like, like I was always terrified my parents would leave. They'd be like, hey, we're just going to run an errand. We'll be back at 5. And if it was 5:10, I'd be like, they're dead.
Yeah.
And that really, that was like my biggest fear as a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
Like
so many
death and abandonment?
I think in the 80s we were so like Disney, all the parents die, and life sucks for a while. And there's so many like orphanage movies.
Oh my God,
Right?
yes, you're
Yeah.
right. I never thought of that.
Yeah. And oh my God, when we were in grade 5, Stacy, and this did not help. We had a wacko teacher, and we were in the 5th grade. So that's how old my daughter is now, 10. Mm-hmm. And she read us They Cage the Animals at Night in the 5th grade. And that is nutso. Or it may have actually been the 4th grade. Have you ever read that book?
I don't think so.
It is this.
They caged the animals?
They Cage the Animals at Night. Why don't you read a little description of that, shall we?
Sure. Ooh, it's autobiography. Tells the story of a gentleman's childhood, detailing his experience with foster care, with an epilogue of what happened to the family's members. He talks about traveling to various foster homes after being abandoned by his mother, his experiences in each of them, and how he relied upon a stuffed animal he named Doggy. And there's a little picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Life did not treat him well. Life did not treat him well. And so this doggy, when he was in the first orphanage, before bed, they'd hand out a stuffed animal, and you got to hug it for like 5 minutes, and then they would take it back because they cage the animals at night.
Oh, jeez.
And and now it's like the happiest thing that happens in that book to that kid.
I hope so. That's terrible.
Anyway, so that again, we need to pivot off of like real trauma. But as a kid, that was the stuff. I was never like, oh, Jaws is going to get me when I'm in the pool. Mm-hmm. I was like, some real shit
Real
is going to go
life
down.
shit's going to go down.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of fears to attach to, and I think this is valid, because you were just referencing like what happened in TV and movies. Unsolved Mysteries, Robert Stack's voice, his poise, the show itself, obviously. It's like creepy Unsolved Mysteries, but the music and everything about it, I loved to hate that show because I was so scared of it.
I know.
But I had to watch it.
It was electric.
Yeah.
I found that out early. That feeling is intoxicating.
Yeah.
You're like just a little bit scared.
Yeah.
And that was perfect because Unsolved Mysteries, it isn't going to show you too much.
No, and I was watching it with my parents
It
usually.
was just enough to disturb you. And you're like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Then you go to bed and you're like, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm tingly. I'm a little scared, but not terrified.
Yeah, and they would have ones where it was like real life, somebody went missing. But then they have like extraterrestrial ones, the unexplained kind of stuff. That was also weird. I guess X-Files kind of goes in along with that too.
We were older for X-Files, though.
Yeah, that was a little bit later. Gremlins, the movie.
Gremlins, yeah.
Scared me. And again,
Kate's speech, again.
yeah.
Kate's speech about how Christmas and they can't find Dad and he dressed up as Santa and died in the chimney. Like we laugh about it, but that is one of the oddest like record scratch moments in any movie.
I think so.
I'm like, I just want to see, can he drive the Barbie car already, Kate? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The Rescuers messed me up as a kid. Do you remember that Disney movie?
With the little mice?
Yeah,
Mice?
but they kidnap Penny from the orphanage because she's this tiny little redhead that'll fit down a hole.
Yes.
And they stick her in this hole in the ground, and they're like, you can't come up. Like, the tide comes in and starts filling up, and they're like, we're not going to lift you out till you find all the jewels down there.
Penny.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that cute little orphan can't find a family, like this ugly kid, if I ever lose my parents, like, there's no hope for me.
I'm screwed.
Like, I'm caging the animals at night.
This is my life. And that we talked about that too, I think, when we talked about our Disney episode, how dark. I shouldn't say like, because Disney movies are still kind of dark, but they were darker when we were younger because they didn't have, I want to say, like the comedic relief that the ones now have.
Yeah.
Like even Lion King is really freaking sad. His dad dies. Like that's spoiler. Sorry,
If you haven't seen Macbeth / Lion King.
Right. So yeah, like there was
Not Macbeth. Sorry. What is it after?
King Lear?
King Lear. Okay. Sorry. I totally record scratched that. Keep going.
okay.
I'm sorry.
We quote wrong things all the time. So there was always something, like you said, like something dark in these movies. Was it not Fantasia? What's the one? Secret of Nymph? With
Nim?
some like Not Nymph.
Nymph, that's a different movie.
Secret of Nymphos?
You downloaded the wrong one, Stacey.
Whoops. That's why I wasn't allowed to watch it. But there was just so much darkness in the movies. And I think now they're doing a better balance. Like Toy Story had some really dark, sad moments, but man, the rest of it was amazing.
Yeah.
But back in the day, Disney was like, no, let's make kids cry in this one. We'll keep it dark and sad and then get an award for
I
it.
love that Toy Story 2 meme where like, Sarah McLachlan, we need a sad song, but don't make it too sad. She's like, hold my blank and beer.
Yeah, right? What else? Okay, I did spiders. I did the dark. Ooh, another one was coyotes and wolves for me.
That would be a North End thing because you grew up in the North End, right?
Yeah, but I didn't see them.
No, but they're always in the North End. I never thought about coyotes and wolves until I moved to the North End.
Oh.
And now it's like you think about it because you go to Factoria, which is apparently haunted.
What is it?
Factoria?
What's that?
You don't know about Factoria?
No.
At the end of, what is that,
Oh.
Edelman? Where that guy tried to build his like commune there. And it was called Factoria.
I do not know anything
Really?
about this.
It's
no.
fascinating. Yeah, it's one of like Saskatoon's better secrets. It's not a scary story, but this guy, look up Factoria, Saskatoon. It's right at the end of, is that Edelman? Where like the dog park is and that beautiful walkway.
Sure. I'm not familiar with that chunk of the North End. I was a
you didn't
Lawson
go.
girl.
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look into that.
I'm Silverwood for life, brushing the dust off my shoulder. But yeah, we're Silverwood. It's right by the golf course up
Okay.
there. This guy in the 70s, I want to say, tried to build like a compound out there. And
William Billy Silverwood? No,
Yeah.
that's the story of the guy. Is that the Silverwood story?
Maybe.
Wow.
He tried to build this huge thing out there and it was like a bottled water plant.
Yeah, Silverwood Springs. Holy
Yeah.
crap. Okay.
And then they couldn't get the proper electricity to it. And
that's all it took to
Yeah.
put his dreams in the bed. That's it. You're done, guy.
Stuff his dreams in the spider hole. And there's still like the steps. The original steps are there.
I can see the picture.
Yeah.
And some foundation work as well.
Yeah.
I had these fears when I lived on the west side in Pacific Heights, but they were my dreams usually where there was one where I was babysitting for my neighbors and I put the boys to bed and I went to the kitchen and I looked out the window and all I could see were like eyes.
Uh-huh.
I had a big thing with eyes. Eyes were very scary to me and it was always like a coyote or a wolf that was waiting for me outside and like surrounding the house. And I don't know where that came. Like, I don't remember. Was it the littlest hobo? No. That damn dog.
Littlest hobo wouldn't have done you dirty like that.
Right. But that was a big fear, was just like they were, I think something relatable because they were around. You're right. Like they were, kind of prevalent in that area. But even like getting out of bed, I just pictured like I would always have to run from the bed to the doorway because I didn't want something to bite me. And it was usually a coyote.
There were no coyotes where I grew up by Market Mall.
Yeah, no. No coyotes.
Lots of cougars. Hey-oh.
Hey!
Lots of cougars. Get attacked by cougars of the Coachman.
Cougars at the Coachman.
Coachman Cougars. That should be somebody's ball team.
Oh, you know what?
The Coachman
I bet you
Cougars.
it exists.
Yeah.
I bet you it exists. Okay, spiders. I had always been scared. I know you said Jaws is not a thing, but like the deep end of pools. Harry Bailey, shout out to you because you were the deepest in the city. I remember in whatever class it was, I forget what color my badge was, but it was like, okay, we need to like learn how to tread water and go into the deep end. I was like, do we actually? We can tread water in 5 feet of 5 feet. I don't need to go to the 18 feet end. And as soon as I got in the water, I just got the weirdest like my back skin would tingle. And I'm also scared of like open water, lakes, oceans where I can't see the bottom. Yeah. Something's going to bite me. Something is going to bite me.
So when you are treading water in the deep end at Harry Bailey, are you worried about like dying or are you worried about stuff in...
Not necessarily stuff in the water. It's because it's so deep. Yeah. And like, I'm not a physically fit person. I wasn't when I was younger. My treading water skills, I almost drowned a girl once because I was getting so tired I grabbed onto her while we were treading water.
I remember you told that story.
Terrible story.
What was her name again?
I don't even know.
You named her last time.
Was it Jennifer?
It was.
There was 8 Jennifers in my classes growing up.
Of course there was.
Probably what it was.
Yeah, we had 4 Kims at one point in elementary school.
Stacy's in grade 1. I was one of 5 Stacy's.
Not cool.
Jennifer's, Christopher's, Travis, Trevor, Curtis, a lot
George.
Of them.
So many Georges.
Yeah, so open water is another big fear of mine. Ooh, and maybe where it comes from, Uncle Jake. I guarantee he's not listening, but guess what? He had a cabin at Turtle Lake and he had a boat. And this was like brand new to our family. It was like, holy crap, someone has a cabin and a boat. Went out to the lake and he told me the story of Ogopogo. Which was terrifying. Giant fish monsters in this lake that we've come to visit. And so he took me out on the boat and he was taking corners really sharp, and it was not a huge boat to begin with. And so I was like, I could touch the water on these corners, and I just had this fear of me falling into the water and being eaten by Ogopogo.
Yeah, you'd be one bite.
100%.
You wouldn't even know. All of a sudden it'd be gulp.
And is Ogopogo a sturgeon?
I
feel like that's what it actually, like someone saw a giant, but would a sturgeon be at Turtle Lake? Should probably look into that a bit more.
I feel like I should know this as I've got a degree in cryptozoology and I remember the chapter on Ogopogo.
You do?
I do.
Ooh.
Do you remember that? I did that during my COVID lockdown depression. I needed something.
Yes, I do remember that. I was
sitting at home losing my mind.
Ogopogo, Saskatchewan?
Because being the fun parent, Stacy, was good until you were home 24/7.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then she was pulling my eyes open at 5 a.m, being like, "Get up, Dad! I got you all day."
Oh.
And by noon, I would be exhausted, and the other 2 people in the house were just like laying on bed on their phones, and I'm like,
"What is happening?"
So,
Okay, there is a separate Turtle Lake one. Sorry, I just wanted
to keep it from becoming The Shining. I'm like, I need to distract myself with something, so I signed up for an online course. And I thought cryptozoology. I thought it would be crazy, right? It was from some English online course, like from England.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just going to be absolutely nuts, and I was so excited. And all it was like debunking these myths. And it was really interesting. Like
I can imagine.
What I got out of it wasn't what I thought I was going to get out of it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have this like online degree of just insanity. But it was really like they traced back to the roots of where these legends come from and how like these little bookmarks along the way that like reignited it. And it was really fascinating.
That would be interesting because I love that kind of stuff because I understand folklore and the carrying on of legends and the storytelling and stuff like that. And so one person sees a really big something and let's say it is just a fish, just a sturgeon, in their mind, they suddenly, it's like the telephone game, right?
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like, oh my God, and it had 4 giant flippers and by the time 2025 rolls around, you've got you've just got these legends that have become so insane, but they actually stemmed from just one fish.
The chupacabra, obviously been this legend in Mexico for years, but
Yeah.
the classic look of the chupacabra that you see today in like art and Hollywood and stuff, it was all traced back to this one lady who got home from seeing the movie Signs and thought she saw like that alien thing. And that's the like basic description. It started with her trying to describe.
Weird.
And that's like, they traced it back to this lady. They're like, where's the first time we saw this classic look from the chupacabra? And it was from her detailed description. And when they like kept sitting down with her and like putting her under hypnosis,
Yeah.
she came back from the movie Signs all freaked out and thought she saw something similar to that alien like in her yard.
That's so fun. And that's the culture, right? Of like one thing catching on
Yeah.
and being talked about. Ew. I'm going to close that window.
Close that window.
Gross. Okay. Another movie one. E.T.
E.T. really?
I'm sorry. Sweet and endearing? No. Terrifying. That weird little body and the giant fingers.
Are you body shaming E.T.?
Yes, I
Stacey?
am. Well, like did he have a body? Did he have legs?
Yeah. He was
I
like
think-
he was like an old man.
I think maybe
he was
I
like
think
a
of-
bell with stick legs, wasn't he?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
very small little legs. I think of him too, always wearing like clothes.
Yeah, dressed up like a doll.
Images. You barely see, and I get that you don't see Puppet's legs because, and he's very short. I'm sorry, he was creepy, and his skin, and when he was sick and almost dying, I did not care for that movie. Really, actually, I get the story behind it. It's sweet and like, oh, I love this alien, but he terrified me.
Okay, I got one. I remember one.
Tell me.
The music video for Lawrence Gowan's Criminal Mind.
What?
Have you ever seen that?
I'm looking it up. Lawrence, first of all, can we just shout out Lawrence Gowan? He's
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely.
I've interviewed him. He is fantastic.
He provided the song that Caitlin and Joey had sex to in the Degrassi movie.
Criminal Minds?
No, Moonlight Desire.
Oh, Moonlight.
I mean, who hasn't had sex to Criminal Minds?
if that's what you're
right?
into.
On loop.
What was so scary about it?
Watch the video. So he's like on trial, and then like skim through it, and then they put him on this conveyor belt with all these other criminals. And as he goes on this conveyor belt, they like cover him. He goes under this almost car wash machine that drops like paper mache on him, and then they stand him up in the corner with all these other criminals, and he hardens.
Ooh,
and as a kid,
weird.
because what year was that, like 82, 83, I was like, no,
thank
this is
you.
keeping me up at night now.
I never thought one of your fears would be Canadian music legend Lawrence Gowan's
No,
video.
just the asshole that directed that music
Just
video.
that guy.
That guy. It wasn't. I hope it wasn't Gowan. Gowan wouldn't do that to
No,
us.
Gowan let the creative control get away from him, and then
Yeah.
it turned into what terrified you.
Yes, that terrified me. Flying terrified me for a long time, Stacey. I didn't
No,
fly
did
for a
it?
long time.
Really?
Yeah. I had a really dark dream that I had a couple times. It's bad.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's really.
Air travel still blows my mind. But luckily I usually get distracted by like snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And now devices that we can use to, shut off your brain, because you're like, well, how is this possible? How is this giant chunk of metal soaring through the air? I understand the physics of it, but it still doesn't make sense to me.
But when I was young, I was like, no, I can't. That's
Like you couldn't.
I really couldn't. I was terrified to fly. I didn't fly till I got that free flight from when I worked at Shaw TV.
Oh, right.
That was whatever episode that was.
10. It was 10.
Yeah, it was. Darn right, it was 10. Now I love it. Now I can't wait.
I know. Oh my God, it's so exciting.
And my wife's always like, "So what happened?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe I'm ready to go now." Like, maybe I'm not afraid. I'm like, maybe,
I've accepted
maybe it's
it.
time.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe.
I've done all I can do here.
I find it interesting too, like all these fears we've talked about, manageable. Like
Yeah.
we manage with them all the time. But when people have fears where they cannot fly or they cannot walk on a bridge or something like that, like that's got to be, I'm assuming, pretty debilitating.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
trying to think. I know I've had people have just weird. I worked on the music show Strip Down Live, shout out, with this girl Jen, who we thought it was funny that she was afraid of clowns, but she was actually like really, really afraid of clowns. And like a few times where we pushed a little too hard, she got like literally upset and was like, "You guys, like, you don't understand. This isn't like funny to me. Like, shut it down."
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable and I felt bad.
And that's the thing is like, there's fears, but there's also like irrational ones sometimes where the average person is like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. How can you be scared of that? But that's their own thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe they did have a very terrifying situation.
There's all those clips of like Springer in those talk shows where they're like, "Oh, she's afraid of credit cards."
Yeah.
And then they bring out credit cards and she's like, "Man," you're like, "Is this real? Like, is this real?"
Oh,
He's afraid of broccoli.
The 90s television. I feel like in a lot of cases that might have been fudged. Remember the show My Strange Addiction?
Sounds familiar.
Where it was like, this woman is addicted to eating laundry soap, and she was literally scooping Tide into her mouth, like powdered Tide. So weird. Oh, and then, no, that was My Strange Addiction. Because I remember watching a show about a guy who was terrified of El Caminos.
El Caminos.
The car.
Yeah.
Can you hear my stomach growling?
A little bit.
Jeez Louise.
You hungry gal.
I gotta hold on a second.
Yeah. Just keep
Put some tea in there. Wow.
keep drinking.
It's distracting me.
Keep drinking Tim's and aspirin. You'll be fine.
I'm totally fine.
You'll be fine.
But he had this thing with an El Camino. If he saw one, he had to do this elaborate, like, cleansing thing and say the word 4 times to get it out of his mind. And I was like, El Caminos are so cool. It's a truck. It's a car. What is it?
I think I told this story before too, but when I was, I don't even know how old I was, but I was like, I wonder what's on TV in the middle of the night. So I set my alarm. This was in summer. So I set my alarm for like 1:30 in the morning and went off, and I got up and I snuck out. Like, I was we slept in the basement sometimes in summer because it was so hot.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, I was sleeping down there alone as a kid, which seems weird that I would do that, but it was kind of, anyway, no one else was in the basement. I was by myself, and this was before I was actually a teenager and living in the basement, so I was young.
Yeah.
And I set my alarm and went off, and I got up and I was watching TV, and there was this Canadian horror movie called Pin.
You told me about this.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It's one of my favorite movies now. It's got Locke from Lost in it, and yeah, it's about this family, and the dad's like a doctor, and he's got this like mannequin that shows, it's this life-size mannequin that shows all the like blood vessels. Like, it just doesn't have skin.
Ew! I just saw him. Gross.
Yeah. But he was like a learning tool.
Sure.
So kids would come and they'd be like, I can't remember his name, or maybe it was Pin. They're like, "How do you digest food, Pin?" And then he would like throw his voice and be like, "Well, kids, you see it goes into my esophagus and then it gets broken down into waste." So this guy's kid became obsessed with this thing, and he would go sneak in at night, and it would talk to him when his dad wasn't there. And then one night he was talking to it, and then one of the nurse came in, and he hid in the closet, and the nurse had like relations with this thing, and it broke him.
Ew.
And then he's like, "You're not safe here." So he took Pin home and like hid him, and then brought him out as an adult and like painted skin on him and put him at the kitchen table and dressed him and was like, "Say hi to Pin, kids." And they're like, "Hi, Pin." Like, "Would you like more mashed potatoes, Pin?" And it's like,
That sounds terrifying.
yeah, like, this wasn't as fun as I thought it would be.
Because it was like low budget Canadian. Come on.
So a little terrifying, but again, you went to bed and it was like the next level of Unsolved Mysteries. So I was like, I'm terrified. I'm not going to sleep, but
Well, and you got up by yourself.
This is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I even brought this up last time you talked about Pin. Slim Goodbody.
Terrifying. That's what it was, basically.
He was a little more friendly. His face was normal. Pin's face is like freaky.
Yeah.
But Slim Goodbody?
Slim Goodbody.
What a weird concept. Let's just dress you in a suit that looks like the inside of the human body and have you teach kids about it.
Slim Goodbody, though, just like the most
That's
Attitude
the
Era
name.
WWF wrestler name ever.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised they didn't have that.
I'd be a good Halloween costume.
Yes.
Slim Goodbody.
Slim Goodbody.
Speaking of Canadian television,
Yes.
the garbage people from Fraggle Rock.
Yes. Fraggle Rock in general never sat right with me.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
The Dozers, the Fraggles, it was amazing. But it was the garbage people because they were not featured very often. And it was when the
Jarring.
Fraggles went upstairs or above ground because they lived underground.
I didn't
freaked
partake in Fraggle
me
Rock too
out.
much because of that. Yeah.
And there was something, I think it was because they were not a puppet. It was like a person in an entire suit. So they moved like people. It wasn't like, I'm a scary little puppet dressed like garbage. It was like, I'm a person in a suit who looks like trash and is big and imposing.
Well, they were kind of like, oh God, is it Sweetums? What is that from? Is that Looney Tunes? Sweetums.
Sweet Ums?
Is he from...
Oh, he's a Muppet character.
He's a Muppet, yeah. He's the guy that's like a full body, right?
I can see the resemblance,
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
what you're saying about the full
Because
body.
I didn't like that guy either.
No, you're right. There's something about the body movement that freaked me out. Mm-hmm. But I still do love Fraggle Rock.
My sister, I had an older sister who watched it religiously, and it made me feel uncomfortable. And I just remember she's like, "Well, watch an episode, just like watch a full episode." And so I hankered down, and it was this terrifying episode. It was like this one-off where the little guy with he looked like one of the Beatles. His hair, he was green, and his hair covered his eyes.
Yeah.
And he had a funny little hat. And the whole episode was about how he got lost, and it was just him. And he met all these like insane characters that were terrifying, like talking piles of leaves and stuff. And I was like, Deb, I don't like this, Deb.
That's the garbage
I don't
people's
like
yard.
Yes.
The talking leaves.
It's like, I don't like any of this. And she's like, well, this was a weird episode.
Yeah.
It's usually
In
a lot.
fairness.
It's usually a lot funnier and lighter.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if I'll ever get home. And all these we're like, come sit in my mouth. You'll be safe. And I was like, oh my God, Deb, why are you making me watch this?
God bless Canadian television. Okay, I don't know. Finally.
Can we watch Putnam's Prairie Emporium instead?
Aw, I love that show. And I feel like this one needs addressing. Any Stephen King movie. Those were big when I was probably, I want to say grade 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm. That was
Pet
where you're getting
Sematary.
into Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary was my very first ever, I feel like, scary movie. Aside from, what was that show where the guy had an eyeball on his hand? And it was about going down. And it's got a whole bunch, it's like a cult classic. Guy with eyeball on his hand.
V?
No. Oh, V, that
it
TV
V?
show? No.
No.
Where they ate rats and peeled their faces off?
Yeah, they peeled their faces off.
That's different. This is, I want to say, under Pen's Labyrinth?
Yeah, that's the one with the hand. That's the iconic one. With
Oh, God, that's not what I'm thinking of.
the eye hands.
Oh, The Gate.
The Gate.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And was that a movie or was it?
That was a movie.
Oh, apparently I was way more scared about it than I should have. It's a kid's movie, Stacey.
No. Is it a kid's movie,
I
The
think
Gate?
so.
I feel like that was on the horror shelf.
Oh. Is this playing? Holy crap.
We did it.
Remember how many times we've said, if only we had the audio, You
just have to hit play. It's that big button with the arrow on it.
Amazing. Okay. It was The Gate.
Okay.
And it was at a sleepover that we watched it.
Wow.
And it terrified me.
Yeah. I was probably grade 8 or 9 and we watched Evil Dead 1 and 2 at a sleepover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And all those Stephen King ones, because you were just learning about, like, horror writing. It was
Stephen
a book.
King was the guy.
He was the OG.
It was a huge thing in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original one, even the new one's really good.
Haven't seen the new one. The original one and again, that's what we talked about with Destination TV. Like the world sat down and watched it part 1 and 2 over 2 days.
Yeah.
It took over the world for 2 days.
100%. And I remember my mom was like, I don't know if you should be watching this. And I was like, I'm fine. Also, can I just say, my parents' house when I was younger, it was a bi-level. So when you walk in the front door, there's stairs up, stairs down. The stairs down in the basement, on either side of the stairs was a door, and it was basically like a connected storage room. So on one side, it was shelving for food and stuff like that. And if you went behind the stairs to the other side, my dad had installed an aquarium, like a fish tank. So the fish tank was in the wall. So when you were in the TV room, you had a beautiful fish tank there.
Yes.
It was really cool. Wood paneling walls was beautiful.
Heck yeah.
But
Rumpus room.
Rumpus room.
Rumpus room.
Absolutely. But when my parents would be up late watching TV downstairs, I would sneak into, because my bedroom was right next to the storage room. I would sneak into the food side, crawl around the back side, and watch TV through the fish tank for what they were watching. And I remember, maybe it wasn't scary, but they were watching Coming to America with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, not appropriate.
I saw boobies for the first time. I was like, what? You guys, what are you watching? And I only told them about this like as an adult. I was like, I used to watch TV through the fish tank. It's like, what?
Through the Fish Tank is a great autobiography.
You know what? It could be.
Through the Fish Tank, the story of Stacy Cooper.
Yeah, and it was and eventually the fish all died, so it was just empty. Weird.
So that is a crazy coming of age story. So you saw like wavy boobs. Mm-hmm. That's an
Through
incredible
the water.
story.
It's weird.
That is
very weird.
That is good stuff.
I feel like that's my list of things that scared me, with a couple thrown in there because I forgot about them. I'm happy to hear you don't have a ton. I feel like I've got a lot of really dumb ones.
No, that's good. I just remembered the first time I saw boobs on film. They showed us in school. We were
That's
learning.
the first time you saw boobs was at school?
Yeah, I mean, we were probably in grade, like on film, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. But I just remember we were learning about Greek mythology, and this had to have been like grade 4 or 5. And they're like, we're going to watch Clash of the Titans.
In grade 4?
Grade 4 or 5, yeah. I think so. Definitely. Maybe grade 5. It wasn't grade 7. Maybe grade 6. I'm kind of walking it up, but I know because it was, anyway, it's like.
Boobs.
Yeah, like right off the bat. It's like the third or fourth shot. They're just walking down a beach, and we're all like, whoa! And my teacher was like, yeah, I think it would have been grade 6 because it was Tim Comfort. And he was like, yeah, ignore that.
Not have been a better choice to teach you, i.e. reading from a book.
Well, I think we did read from a book and all that, and then he was
then they were like,
we should watch this movie. And it's a good movie. I mean, it's very
I know,
80s.
But do you use Hollywood to teach your students?
I think if it justifies. I mean, it was fun. It was a fun day. We had our popcorn. It was like we got through the whole chapter on Greek mythology, and he was like, "This is a rad movie," and it is a pretty good movie.
And
except for the boobs were jarring because we were not prepared for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm surprised though the teacher wasn't like ready with the remote for fast forwarding. That's how my parents.
That was the 80s. They were like, "Nah, what was someone?
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
this won't
anyone
scar
gonna complain?"
you.
Yeah. Then I grew up and watched horror movies a few years later, and that's like every movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do have to say, when it comes to horror movies now, I really like the, and I guess it's maybe not even horror, because there's a bunch of genres that have different, like, there's slasher, there's horror, there's thriller, suspense. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of different ones, but I love what I think Scream brought to us, which was like overkill.
Scream
franchise?
Yeah.
Maybe like of just like that ridiculous killing where it's like, this is almost comical, but still super gross.
Scream is, I mean, as a huge horror fan, it's such a weird footnote in the horror genre because they explained the formula. You know, they had that whole scene where they're like, the
girl runs upstairs.
Yeah, premarital sex, you're going to die. These are the characters who are going to die. And I felt like that really stunted it for a while. Like, you couldn't really enjoy slasher films after that because you're like, I know what's going to happen. That's exactly how it is. And that's how it always was. But for a major movie like that, a horror movie to point that out.
Plot lines, basically.
They had to pivot after that.
Yeah.
And it took a good decade before they started making those movies again.
And then you had the spoofy ones, which were called
Scary Movie.
Scary Movie
3 is still a masterpiece.
I don't even remember those.
Former radio employee here, Jessica Babick, and I still quote Scary Movie 3 all the time.
I'll have to watch that one.
Oh my god, absolute masterpiece!
And it's random that it's 3. Like the good one is 3.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Well, they're making fun of The Ring and they're making fun of Signs, so they did really well with their subject material.
Okay.
I mean, it starts where they're like in the farm and they're like, I don't know what's going on. The dogs are acting weird. And then it cuts to a shot of the dog like riding the tractor. And then their other dogs are like smoking opium. Right? And
so weird.
I don't know why that's funny, but it's so funny because it's played so seriously.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been short. Well, no, we're at 43 minutes.
We're at 43 minutes. Can I tell you my adult thing? I still think about this all the time. Okay?
Yeah.
2004, I saw The Ring in the theater. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how old are we in 2004? We're like 20 something.
I'm terrible at math.
And we were living in, I was married. We were living in this half-finished house by the Broadway area, unfinished basement parts of it. I'm an adult. And I would go into the basement after seeing The Ring, and I'm like not terrified, but I'm like, I don't like being down here.
Yeah.
After seeing that. And it was such a weird feeling as a grown-ass man to be
know,
like,
hey?
This movie really, really affected me.
It affects you.
I don't like being down here now after this movie at night. I want to go back upstairs.
And it's funny because you can tell, like, the cause and effect were there. You saw the movie, you were affected. But then did you run upstairs or did you stand there?
Well, you gotta run upstairs. Someone's after you.
No, but do you like not face your fears, but I always like to rationalize myself out of the scariness and be like, Stacey, like, especially when your clothes on the whatever look like a person, I'm always like, no.
Yeah.
That is a bunny hug. That is your whatever. I will talk myself out of it to make myself feel better. Or run upstairs.
Yeah. It was more of just a wow, that actually really affected me.
Yeah. Like you said,
Cool.
as a grown, because
Cool.
I think we would have been 28, 25?
No, not that old.
2004?
2004?
I'm doing the math.
25?
2004 minus 1978. 26, dude.
No, I don't like that.
You were old and scared.
I was old and scared. I probably came downstairs and like, what's that rattle in the pipes?
Oh, my back hurts.
Oh my God, there's a girl coming out of a well. I don't got time for this.
I'm too old to run upstairs.
What kind of draft is coming out of that? I need to seal that up. Lickety split. God, I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Oh shoot, there's a girl again. Oh man.
It's hilarious.
I love it. I love that we were 26 and you didn't think we were.
No.
That's funny.
I still think I'm 26, so.
Okay. Well, you and I are both the same age. I just turned 40. Are you already 47?
Hell no. Oh my God.
When's your birthday?
November.
Okay, so I'm older than you.
Yeah.
47 years old, and I don't want to like turn this into an aging episode, but I'm on that other side now. Like my next thing is 50.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing.
Because like your parents are 50, right? Like my parents are forever 50.
36 was my forever age of my parents. 36.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
And like obviously I've seriously revised that because they're in their 70s now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, like when I was probably, I don't even know, 14, 20, they just seemed 36 to me. That was the age. And obviously that was a weird. Okay. So many offshoots. I promise I'm not going to go on.
No, go.
47. Go find a picture of your parents at 47.
They look 100, don't they?
It's so strange, Curtis. It is so strange because I know we went through that phase in life where, like, when you find out the cast of Cheers were like 32 and 38, you're like, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I thought they were 60. And that's kind of how things used to be. We're aging a lot better now. We take way better care of ourselves.
We drink water.
We drink water. We hydrate.
I don't think I drank water between the age of like 6 and 20.
Only once in a while from the water fountain. That was it. And at home, never.
Never.
Why would you?
Mm-hmm.
But I found a picture of my parents at 47, 46, whatever it was. It was so strange. Like, it was just weird to wrap your head around that where you are right now, your parents were there, and that's where you were in life. And you're like, no, it just doesn't compute. It's a weird little brain trick.
Who's the Quaker Oats guy and the diabetes guy? Is that
Wilford Brimley?
Yeah, he was like 39 when he did all that stuff.
Cocoon, remember that movie?
So young.
That was a weird movie, too.
Yeah, there's been so many good horror movies.
Anyway,
well,
that's Halloween.
We didn't once talk about Halloween.
No, we didn't.
Hour.
We just talked about being scared. You're
Being
right.
scared.
But happy Halloween.
Yes, Halloween was never scary.
Hopefully you get scared today at some point.
Yeah.
In a nice way, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like when you run out of candy and you don't have anything left, so you have to shut the lights off. And the Jays game is on at the same time.
And when you realize you're pushing 50 and your time is limited, that's also scary.
Yeah, I feel like that's the scariest, actually. Out of all
like,
this.
is my body going to continue to fail and deteriorate?
Screw the coyotes. I'm almost 50.
You know what? Take me, coyotes. Take me. Just take me. I'll happily get eaten by coyotes on a plane crash. Just like go epic. Epic.
Coyotes on a plane.
Yeah. Then I'll come out of somebody's well.
Yeah.
So you tied it all together on Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Episode 10.
Another amazing episode 10.
Amazing in quotations.
Next time we're going to do Remembrance? No.
Oh. That's sad.
That's 2 weeks away.
What's
the next?
We've got so many. Like, we'll talk. We never did do candy.
You know what? Maybe we should start doing some candy.
Some candy. That'll be after Halloween. We'll be.
Oh, perfect.
We'll dump out the candy and we'll talk.
Yes.
I hope someone gives my daughter those cool cigarettes.
The sticks.
The
They're
sticks,
now
the
called
cigarette
candy
sticks?
sticks. They're
Not
just candy
cigarettes?
sticks. Popeye sticks or something. Lame. I want the red tip back. I want the puffing gum smokes back. Anyway, that's the next time. We'll do candy next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Go listen to Criminal Minds.
There you go.
Thanks for listening to the Cruise FM Out of Tune podcast. Check back for new episodes wherever you get your podcasts or at cruisefm.com.